welcome back to Shaving with Peg Leg. Thank everybody for showing up, all my subscribers, new people, everybody. Appreciate you showing up and watching my videos. Excuse me, I had to adjust my chair. Well, actually, my ass is sliding forward in the chair, and I'm going to slide out onto the floor, and I'm just going to disappear off camera if I didn't move my big butt back a little bit. Some shorts in this chair don't get along. Some are like glass. Anyways, head shave today. Leaf razor. Finally get to use my new grip for it. I've got 3 Derby blades, just Derby extras, 3 Derby extra blades. Strictly because I have a bunch of those half DEs that I bought a while back, and not knowing, because I was dumbass, that they're not the sharpest tool in the shed, so that's why I put 3 in. I figure if they're not that sharp, let's use 3. Last use of the Maggard Razors Lime Bergamot soap. Once again, my I love this bowl. That's great. My Turkish copper hand-hammered, hand-forged shade bowl, and the heat is breaking down my lather, and I'm using the 26mm PAA Star Wisp, and there's our lather for today. Alright, let me do something real quick, because I didn't notice this before I started. Okay, that's good now. Needed some water in my mister. And it doesn't matter how hot. You could put boiling water in there. You wouldn't be able to hang on to it to spray it, but when you spray it, it would hit your head cold. When you break the molecules down into a mist like that, they don't hold heat. Oh, that was Pears glycerin soap, bar soap. Use them for a pre-shave. That's what I use on my head, is the Pears. Okay. Let's get this thing cracking. Well, ooh, that lather is hot. It's not just warm. No wonder it broke down. It's hot. Yeah, it broke down a little bit on me. I had to mix it back up because it is hot. Alright, remember yesterday's video, my face shave. If you watched it, I said that I was probably going to go ahead and get the Gillette razors that I want before I start buying the new razors that I want, because less likelihood of the Gillettes being around when I want them than the newer style razors. Well, for the last 3 months or so, alright, with the grain is back to front. For the last 3 months or so, on eBay, and I think I've told you guys in the past, I wanted to get, there's actually 4 razors that were made in the first quarter of 1964, my birth quarter. Now I have my slim twist adjustable, that's a J1, and they made a ball end tech in that time period, and they also made a flare tip in that time period. Well, for the last 3 months on eBay, there has been a flare tip, J1, that they wanted $32.29 for. And then, of course, I got to pay tax, but it was free shipping. Okay. And there was also a J1 ball end tech with a vintage Ever-Ready 100T or T100. I think it's a 100T shape brush. Now the brush, the handle looks fine on the brush, but the bristles look quite worn. They're short. But I'll see when it gets here because I did buy it. But they wanted the flare tip was $32.29 and the ball and tech with the brush was $22.39. So last night I sent the guy, or the seller for the flare tip, I sent him, he had a make offer. Well, I didn't want to go extremely low, but I did put in an offer for $25 for the flare tip. Knocked it down $7 and change. And last night around 10 or 11 o'clock he accepted. So I went ahead and bought that razor. And this morning at around 5:15, and I was still up, and the other one came through. I put an offer in for that one. I sent the seller a message. He didn't have the make offer option on his sale for that razor, but I contacted the seller, sent him an email through eBay asking him if he'd take $20 for it, knock $2 and change off of it. Considering it's been up there for 3 months, I figured he'd say yes. And at 5:15 this morning, he did. So I bought that one. So the only other razor that they made that I know of in '64 was a travel razor, itty bitty travel razor. That's going to be the hardest one to find, and I don't know if I ever will. Alright, across the grain, I don't know if I ever will find that razor. I'll look, I'll keep looking, keep searching. See if I can pick that one up somewhere. So I have the 3 main razors made in my birth quarter in '64. Which I thought was pretty cool. My elf ears catch everything. You know, this grip is okay, but it's not great. This grip sleeve. It does improve your grip, but not as much as you'd like. You know, you figure when you're adding a sleeve, you should get some hella grip on that thing, but you don't. So anyways, I finally took my own advice and went ahead and got the razors I said I was going to get. Alright, front to back is against the grain. Now I'm kind of happy. I have one more package. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll show it to you when it gets here, if it ever gets here. That I ordered in the middle of February. Like the 16th of February. It is supposedly, according to the tracking, it is supposedly in U.S. Customs right now. With a delivery date of June 26th. Now, I could understand that if it hadn't left China yet. But it is supposed to be in LA Customs right now, according to the tracking. But anyways, I had to rinse the handle off. I had a lot of soap on it. Alright, sorry. Let's see where we're at. That ain't going away when the skin relaxes. Yeah, those blades. Alright, back here I'm good. A little bit on my channel. No, right through here. So I assume everything will get shipped Monday. My razor company order is supposed to be here Tuesday according to the tracking. So when I give my face shave on Tuesday, I'll do an unboxing first, then I'll do my face shave. Okay, let's see where we're at. It's not bad. It's not. There's still gonna be stubble though after my skin relaxes. It's not all gonna go away. I'm starting to learn what will and what won't if I feel alone. Starting to be able to pick up those impressions just by the way it feels. Okay. It's not bad. It's only going to be a little bit. It's not like I got hairs sticking out 3 or 4 inches. I haven't had 3 or 4 inch long hair in flipping years. Alum block. Gentleman John. Only one I got. Just about a half a point just through here and on the very back where I've gone over it a dozen freaking times. So not bad. Oh. So how was everybody's weekend? Did y'all have a good weekend? Mine was okay. Oh, I forgot to mention something about it yesterday when I did my video. When I shaved yesterday, I had a meatloaf in the oven. Came out really good. I made it your traditional way: eggs, milk, seasonings, chopped onions. I like my onions a little chunkier though than real chopped fine, so I did it that way. But before I also baked it in a cast iron skillet, which does change the flavor a little bit. But anyways, witch hazel, Walgreens. I made the meatloaf up. Took some pepperoni slices, chopped them up into little bits, and I made a channel down the middle of the meatloaf. And I sprinkled the pepperoni in the middle of the meatloaf. Then I took about maybe half a cup of grated cheddar cheese and sprinkled it over top of the pepperoni. And I molded the meatloaf together, and instead of covering it with ketchup, I forgot to pull the bacon out of the freezer, which pissed me off. I forgot to pull the bacon out. So because what I would do, alright, and I molded the meatloaf back together, and I took Jim Beam bourbon barbecue sauce and slathered the top instead of ketchup. And I also used it in the mix instead of ketchup. And no ketchup in my meatloaf. And then, if I remembered to pull the bacon out, I would have wrapped the strips around it for the full length, instead of just laying a few on top like people do. I would have bacon wrapped that sucker. Osage Rub, Osage. Just because lime and menthol go together, right? But I didn't. I forgot the bacon, so I had to go without the bacon. I just gave it a good coating of barbecue sauce and stuck that sucker in the oven for 45 minutes. It came out. It was good. I know, you probably never heard of putting pepperoni in a meatloaf. My Johnson & Johnson baby lotion for my dome. Oh, forgot to rub it on both hands so that I could just spread it around the head. But it was damn good. It really was. Plus the cheese in it. It was like eating a pepperoni cheddar burger. Wasn't bad at all. It was actually pretty good. Still got some left. I'm going to have that for dinner tonight too. Not bad. The grip sleeve works. It's not the best in the world, and that's what I had heard before I even ordered it, that they weren't that great. It works okay though. It's better than that slippery, slick surface this is when it's wet, or you got soap on your hands. 3 Derby extra blades. Yes, I know. And the last of the Maggard Lime and Bergamot. So that one can die in peace. When I clean everything, I'll scrub that container out and put it in my drawer with the rest of them. Getting low on samples. Probably have to get some more here soon. When my order comes in from Razor Company and I do the unboxing, I'll explain what I'm doing with that. And hopefully this week my razors will get here. Yay. And we'll have some fun. So, Leaf is a damn good head shaver. Better blades, better shave, of course. Derbies are, they give a good head shave. I'm just going to have a little bit right in through here. That's not going to recede when my skin relaxes. It's not going to, those hairs aren't going to pull down. But other than that, it's fine. It's a good head shave. I'm going to be doing it again on Wednesday anyway, so no biggie. So, gentlemen, guess what we're done with? We're done with the babbling fat guy in the camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there, guys.